performance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Here we go. At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Don't get nervous.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. To throw is Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, D.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Each team's 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll work
work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Yellow. You got to go right here. You got to play big.
So that'll back him up 5.
Baby, let's go. This side. Let's go. Let's go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mahomes now to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow. 180. Watch out. Watch out.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On second down, Connor looking for space. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 28. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
It's a party now.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Come on, set. 54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Hey, watch it.
He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy?
He's got daylight. Completes it to Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Ravens take over. Get ready. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, Jackson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is countered. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey, here we go. Hey, one set.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now counter. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Screen pass to Connor. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Mahomes now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and then start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They go play action here on first down. And his pass incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Jackson now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
54, right there.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, his throw incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're running. Ingram. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Mark Ingram unable to get past the marker. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at...
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for KC. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the run is Connor, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 28-yard line.
Yellow, fly! Let him know, let him know. Let him go.
Again, it's Connor. Bulldozes past him. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. Score! Touchdown, Baltimore! Tucker now to add the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the draw, Connor. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Now it's Jackson, and that's off the mark, incomplete.
Intended for Justice Hill, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
The lone second remains now in this third quarter.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson.